What's up everyone, welcome back to Lace Up Channel. My name's Mickey. In today's video, I'm gonna go back a couple weeks. I actually secretly recorded a prospect meeting wherein I had to overcome objections, problems, concerns to close a prospect and generate thousands of dollars per month in revenue. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you the 5 secrets to landing a customer. Anyways, let's get right into it. Number 1, get to know the customer. Now I know you guys, oh Mickey, we know that shit. Well, Johnny, I know that you know that I know that you know that you're a super genius, but listen to me. I've struggled so much over the years to actually understand how important it is to put myself in the shoes of the customer. I'm talking about every single meeting when I get with the customer, I want to understand how they work, what they're using now, what they're going through, what they're looking to accomplish, what they want out of us. Literally, I go through the gauntlet of questions as you'll see now. You said pending orders, so orders that have been transmitted but not yet shipped, or any status of any order. Oh, are they putting in a quote that becomes a sales order, or do they put in a sales order directly in Fishbowl? With the Fishbowl, so that we're clear, is Fishbowl currently implemented at your business or not yet? The sales reps that are out in the field taking orders, do they have an app in place right now or no? No? How are they doing the orders? Is it just on paper? Can you kind of walk me through that process? There's actually a great book called Spin Selling that shows you exactly how to lay out these questions and what to ask the customer so that you build such a huge need in their minds, in their hearts, and in their souls that you're able to basically have your product or service sell itself. So the first thing is, once more, get to know the customer using the right questions. The second thing that you want to use with any potential client on a phone call is never say no. Now I know every salesman's like, oh, don't ever tell the customer no. Well, Johnny, yeah, that's true. And you better bleep that out, Angel. The point is that the moment you tell a customer no, you're giving your competition a foothold, right? An ability to jump in and tell them yes, even if it's a lie. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a negotiation and I've told the customer no, and they said, well, your competition does it. Well, they do it better than you do, right? And it's funny because I know deep down in my heart, because I know my competition so well, that it's all a lie. But you'll see right here exactly what I'm talking about. Here's the thing, I can pull the price, the thing is, how do I store? So I mean, how do you visualize it? I have to see first, can Fishbowl provide me the layers, right? That's the first question. The second question is, can I display the layers for you? So if they can provide it for me, the next point is that yes, I could probably display them. So those are ifs. I currently don't pull the layers out of Fishbowl, and I currently don't store those layers in my database. So the answer to the question is, we could definitely do the due diligence to see if we can pull that for you. Either way, if it's not possible, let's say if I go to Fishbowl's database and they don't give me the layers, then I wouldn't be able to pull them. And what would happen is I would be able to calculate the price on the most recent layer, and then Fishbowl, when I push it back, would do FIFO on the price. But so is that something that you would like for me to look at? Is the Fishbowl is Fishbowl giving me the layers and then displaying them in a screen where I show you the quantity and the price? Now, never saying no doesn't mean that you're going to lie to the customer. It means that you're going to allow yourself to work through them on whatever issue or question that they have. And if you don't know the answer to the question, you will seek the answer from someone, maybe at your company that knows a little bit better, someone that has more experience or that knows about the particular question that the customer is asking for. But something I like to do, if a customer comes out of left field with something, I'd like to understand the very depths of what they're trying to present to me, and then I simply take that with my full understanding, repeat it back and say, hey, you know what, Johnny? I'm actually going to sit down with my implementation team and see how we can make that happen for you. Now, the crazy thing is, guys, you can always go back and tell a customer no later if you can't do something, but you can never say no and then flip that no to a yes at a later point in time. Point number 3, pull from your successes. Anytime a customer's feeling hesitant, anytime the customer throws an objection, my people will never buy that. My people won't use it. It'll be impossible to train them. Well, dude, I've done it 700 times. Like, this is something that I've done with companies that do 50 or 100 million a year. Now, in the back of your head, you know that 50 or 100 million dollars a year is much bigger than the customer you're talking to. You see how I use that little trick? Meaning that if you're capable of implementing this thing in a prior scenario to a company much bigger, that means that without a doubt, unequivocally, you will be able to implement it, sell it, deploy it to that customer. So always pull from prior successes. We're all in the same office. So what will happen is you'll have Eduardo and my contact information. When I say contact information, we'll give you our cell phones. And we're here next to the implementation department. You'll be implemented by someone who's done 100 implementations of pre-sales delivery in the past, with a full specification written by myself in terms of what you're looking for based on our previous 2 conversations. So they'll be pretty well equipped to get this thing implemented for you. And if for some reason they can't, you just contact me and I'll make sure it's taken care of for you. So you'll see that I actually said I wouldn't be the implementer, and just like you, selling anything, even though you're the salesperson, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the account representative for the customer. It doesn't mean you're going to take their phone calls. It doesn't mean that you're going to be the one doing the training, the ongoing service for that customer. But you always want to reassure the customer that you will be there for them. If your team drops the ball, you need to be there to pick it up. You need to always tell the customer, look, if anything happens and my team doesn't do their job, if they don't do what you need, if you're not satisfied, then here's my cell phone number. And you can call me or text me at any time and I'll make sure that you're taken care of. So make sure that you reassure the customer that everything will be okay. Yeah. Number 5, make sure you know your competition.
Be mobile as well, and they do have that capability.
Yeah. So yeah, let's touch upon that point real quick. Before you buy Be Mobile, that company, just to give you a spot of context, they were acquired last year, and their service went to crap. We've acquired a few of their customers, and they nickel and dime for hourly support. So keep those things in mind. Be Mobile. Let me put it this way: Be Mobile at this juncture is not a good comparison. Whether or not they say something that they can do or not, well, we could figure out a way to do these things. But in terms of support and stuff, trust me, Be Mobile. Like if you said High Jump, I'll give you some good names. Like if you told me High Jump or Integrisys or Encompass, those guys are all excellent. But Be Mobile is like the tier at the bottom of the market, scraping for the things that I can't do or anyone else. So just food for thought. So you'll see in that clip, as the customer asked me about some competitor, a competitor that I know that sometimes misleads customers. They nickel and dime for service and support hours. They don't always do right by the customer during the implementation. And I know this because I've acquired many of their customers over the year. Well, a lot of sales gurus, they'll tell you, don't ever talk bad of your competition. Dude, come on. If you know that your competition is bad, why wouldn't you talk bad about them? Right? It's not like you're going to lie to the customer and tell them, this guy's terrible, when indeed they're great. No, you'll see in that clip that I also recommended some other alternatives that are great. The problem is that who they were recommending that was going to do everything for them sucks. So make sure that you know everything about your competition and you can give the customer on a silver plate every single issue that they're going to experience with the competitor. So that covers the 5 secrets to acquiring a customer. I hope that helped, because utilizing these things in a conversation actually allowed me to close this deal, and it's allowed me to close hundreds more. But before I go, I want to give you guys a little bonus. Only if the customer wants a product demo, a product sample, that's when you offer it to them. Honestly, a good sales rep is able to do the 5 things, and they're able to solidify some kind of business without ever really having to show their product, their service, or without having to give a demo. Now, I'm not saying that those things don't help, but you should try to do the sale without doing any of those things, because anytime you do a free trial, you do a free sample, a free service, you're always adding time into the equation, and you're separating yourself from the money and adding time in between. So only do the demo when absolutely necessary to show that your product is indeed going to work. And I would say always try to get the deal before showing the demo. So that's the end of the video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my 5 secrets to acquiring a customer. I know it was a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you're able to gather something from those clips. If you were, go down below, give me a thumbs up, give me a little comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care.